You can be straight. It's fine to be straight.
I've heard of it.
But you don't have to be so straight it's not funny.
Right. Also, you don't have to be so straight that it sounds like a lie. I feel like that is the gayest trick I've ever seen work. Could be like, you guys, what if we were more manly if we didn't invite any women around and everybody had abs?
Family brings joy. It's childhood destroyed. Hey, it's Tammy's boy. Tammy's boy. Tammy's boy. Hey, it's Tammy's boy.
Tammy's Boy Podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. Jon Carden is not a licensed therapist. He is just a friend.
Welcome on into Tammy's Boy. I'm happy to be here. I hope you're happy to be here too. My name's John. You know me by now. I host this show because my mom used my child support money for Marlboro money. So if you don't know what the podcast is by now, it's a pretty simple concept. We talk about parents, and it usually leads somewhere fun. This is my exciting, wonderful, beautiful co-host, Colton Garrett.
How are we doing, everybody? We got a great episode for you today. The full video is going to be available on YouTube and Spotify and all your other podcast listening platforms. If you don't want to watch it, I think you should because I think it looks pretty good, but that's just me. Please make sure no matter where you watch it or listen to it, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe because it really helps us out. And we can't do this without you guys. We want to make them bigger and better and keep giving you guys these awesome stories that we got. That's enough out of me. Let's get into the show. John, tell the people who we got on the couch today.
All right, my Tammy's little kids. I love you, my little schnook'em book'ems. Today we have the co-host of the Some of This Is Bad podcast. He did a filming for an unnamed adult service and is one of my friends and buddies in life, Colton Dowling, everybody.
Hey, Colton Garrett, do you work out for women? Like, you got a great bod underneath that shirt. Is that for women?
It's for my wife.
Oh,
Wow.
Well,
That's a very Indiana answer.
oh, it is. And
Yeah.
we're married.
That's for my wife.
I can't be gay. God saw me take this woman.
He covers the nipple print of his in his wife video. He's like, this is for my wife.
I'm sorry, that was aggressive.
You have any kids, Colton?
I do not yet.
Have you tested your cum?
I haven't, but I'd like to do it. I feel like it's responsible to do that. We
I
wanna have
field
kids.
tested my cum. I've had 3 abortions.
Hold on. Did you say you field tested?
Yeah, I said I field tested.
What'd you do? Just come into like a glass bottle and hold it up to the light and hold it up to the sun? I was like, I don't know, 300 in there.
It's the same results as a lab test. You do get a call. But you get a call and she's like, I have $100.
50 if they get generic.
I think it was actually 300, but she had to use a coupon.
Oh, was it for the whole thing or the pill?
I know that she had discharge on the airplane on the way to Cancun. I had to hear about that.
God, I love you so much. I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah, I'm stoked to we've had you on our podcast so many times that I've put you in the hot seat so many times. I'm
You
excited.
Have? Yeah, you have.
To sit
I've
on
been
your
in the
hot
hot seat naked.
Mm-hmm.
I've
He's
been
a
in the
fun
hot
guy.
seat.
He's
Yep.
a real fun guy.
Here's the thing. I'm down for like doing anything to help my friends out. And I know that sounds weird, but like you and Dylan are my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that if I did that and we had talked about it, that it might help.
And I did.
It did.
It did help.
It did.
And
And
people
so,
loved it.
People think that I did the Some of This Is Bad thing with going on there naked because I was looking for attention or anything like that. No, I was just trying to bring attention to you guys and your show.
And if you get a side shine, that's fine too.
Oh, buddy, I got some requests. Apparently, the Discord still talks about me.
They do.
Which
they
makes
definitely
me,
do.
It flatters
Yeah.
me, dude. It flatters me.
It's because most of the comics are too scared to even say like, "Oh, would you rather?" It's just a hypothetical question, and you're like, "Just grow up." You know, grow up.
I think here's the thing: you can be straight. It's fine to be straight.
I've heard of it.
But you don't. But you don't have. You don't have to be so straight. It's not funny.
Right. Also, you don't have to be so straight that it sounds like a lie.
Yeah. Like, who are you trying to convince here?
Yeah, it's like if I did it feels like the Dare program on sex. You know, like just one little smoke of that little peen, you're gonna be doing heroin in the asshole. Yeah.
If a gay man looks at your testicle one time, next thing you know, you will be bent over at a gay orgy in South Beach.
This is a thing I've thought, but I haven't said out loud. You know all those like ultra muscle men and they're like men groups? Like basically like, I don't know because I don't watch it, but the name Andrew Huberman comes up in my head when I think about it.
Well, he's more on the health side, but
Yeah,
I
it's
get what
healthy
you're
to
saying.
be manly.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't know.
He's not quite. It's not. Andrew Tate is the toxic version of that.
Okay.
Where I think Huberman's like a lot of women listen to Huberman.
But that's also because he's fucking looks like that too.
He's also pretty handsome.
Yeah.
Colton, calm down.
Listen, you gotta have me on the podcast. I'm
Colton.
The shirt's bleeding through, dude.
I feel like that is the gayest trick I've ever seen work. Could be like, you guys, what if we were more manly if we didn't invite any women around and everybody had abs? You know, like, what if?
And we do our monthly meetings. Let's do our monthly meetings at the bathhouse.
Yeah,
I think the bathhouse is a great spot for us to connect. And
let's all go camping. That's just Spotify. I didn't do anything. That's not my ringtone. I've been listening to a lot of Chance the Rapper because I think I could do his voice.
You think you could do Chance the Rapper's voice?
And we back. Because I just think it's so interesting that man can walk around and be like, I am a singer. And then he goes, yeah, let me hear. He's like, every time I walk around. It's like, that's just a bold man. I like that.
All right.
And we back.
Let's start this.
Okay. So my parents definitely had me when they were younger.
Let me ask the fucking question.
What's the podcast?
Oh, man, this questions always keep it simple. It's just who raised you?
Oh, we were a pack of wolves.
Oh.
Yeah, my mom definitely had her hands in it. Well, it's one of those things where I was told that my mom was very active in the years that I can't remember. You know? And then suddenly she changed, you know?
Victor's write the history books. Don't forget that.
Right. And my grandma was always telling me how wrong I was. I'm like, I don't think she was ever around. Like there were 4 kids. We were army brats. We moved around a lot. So it was my siblings who we all were enemies.
Oh, your siblings, you hated each other.
We're best friends now, but we hated each other because there was a resource limitation and we all blamed each other for it.
Oh.
So like if he was drinking the milk, that mean I didn't get as much milk, right?
Yeah.
So I would have fist fights basically every morning with
The scarcity mindset.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it was brought on because my dad wouldn't give my mom any money to budget or anything. And my mom was extremely bad at managing a budget.
Why was he like that though? Like, did he have like a blue collar job or?
He was an officer in the army, and my mom also came from money.
So he was just frugal.
He was extremely frugal, yeah. But he also is bad at managing money.
Yeah.
So
What did that do with your relationship with money later? Seeing the way he
I've really taken my mom's kind of view on it.
Yeah?
Which is like, it'll come.
Just plant the seed, it'll grow.
I went to school for finance and economics, so like I could talk about money. I can invest it. I've made quite a bit of money on the stock market. I could do that. I focus on top line, not bottom line.
Okay.
Because I don't like to stop. I don't know. Maybe it's an impulse thing, and I don't like to limit myself. I'm an addict. Maybe is that a better word? But I like to just go spend stuff, and if I want to buy it, I buy it. And if I'm run out of money, go make more money. I've always thought, if I don't have enough money, I need to go make more money.
That's a method.
Hey, I'm alive.
Yeah.
I'm alive.
But you are one of the weird people that I know that you can always make more money. Like I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen you diversify your portfolio in a lot of portfolio in a lot of different ways. You know,
I could be a better entrepreneur, but I don't care about that stuff. I constantly am thinking, I feel like I had my first midlife crisis when I was 24. I was married to a doctor. Not married. I was, I guess, domestically married. We were living together for 2 years. And I just saw like the end of that pipeline, and I was like, kill me now. I don't want to live that life. I don't care about like simple truths and whatnot. I want novelty. I want shaken up. I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe that is me replicating the tumultuous upbringing that I had, being ripped around, being an army brat, but I just don't really see the point of living if you know what's going to happen.
Ooh, I love that.
Right?
As you got older in the household, did the scarcity mindset change? Did like resources grow? Or was it like that pretty much for your entire childhood?
No. It got worse. It got
it
way
got worse?
worse. Yeah, because then my dad moved out, and then my mom really had no money.
Oh, wow.
So I started dealing weed and stealing shirts from Zoomies, and then I wanted a car for my 16th birthday. My 2 older sisters got that, but they decided they were poor and I didn't need it or something. I'm not sure. So they got me a sewing machine. And I've thought about this forever because my dad says, I didn't think you were gay. I thought you were industrious. You were always like making stuff. He's like, you were like Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren's not gay. I was like, I don't know who the fuck that is, Dad. But I would go to Walmart, steal a bunch of supplies. I'd go to Joann's, steal like fur, and I'd line sweatshirts with fur and I'd sell it at school.
You were an entrepreneur at a young age.
I think, you know those like books. I don't know what they're called, catalog books full of shit. I think it's Temu, but it was in a catalog. I wanted this ninja sword from there, but you had to buy like 60 of them. So
you
I
had to buy ninja swords in bulk?
I had to buy ninja. I don't know what magazine I found, but I did, and I sold them all. And then I just started like a bit. I think I was
You were
8.
you were basically an arms dealer?
Yeah, plastic. But it was awesome. That was maybe the best business I ever had because now all the kids in the neighborhood had these fucking ninja swords.
And they're
So we
just
would
fighting sword fighting to the death?
Yeah, I guess I was really like a Raytheon of children.
You were.
I was watching the war happen, and I was like, "That's awesome."
You were like
I
Lord
just
Raiden
remember
in
that.
Mortal Kombat. Like, here, fight to the death. Finish him.
Finish him.
Where were you
That'll
living?
be $5.
Where were you living at this point, just for context?
I was on base in Mountain View. It was the Air Force Base. It doesn't exist because Google bought it now.
I had a stepdad that was really into knives for a while, and he would get on the Home Shopping Network.
They were plastic ninja swords, just for the record.
I know. I figured I was hopeful that they weren't. You know what I mean? Part of me was like, I was hoping you were out there supplying war machines of death.
That sounds awesome. Then my mom just like, God, Colton's such a little entrepreneur.
I had a stepdad that was really into knives, and he even got a Scottish claymore from Home Shopping Network, from like literally QVC. He bought a Scottish claymore sword, and it came with like.
Sorry,
I was thinking like Vietnam, like
No,
VC's
claymore. You're
going-
thinking of like the boom booms.
Yeah.
No, the Scottish claymore was a giant sword that fucking like the Scottish hill people used. It was big. Don't know how they swung this thing.
But honestly, like knowing this was your dad.
No, this was my stepdad. This was
okay.
you've heard me talk about Randy before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was Randy, and he went to Home Shopping Network and got all these fucking knives, and it came with like each one came with like 30 different knives. Like each model had like 30 knives with it, so that you could like redistribute them, I guess, at your store.
Yeah.
But he didn't have a store. So I became the store.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did the same thing. I would get on the school bus every morning with like 5 knives. And I would be like, all right, boys, we got a knife sale going on. Who wants it? Granted, this was like, I don't know if it was pre 9/11. It was probably before 9/11.
I don't think you could ever bring knives on buses.
No, but I did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was the knife salesman for a while, dude. I was just like, all right, who needs these blades? Who's got a bully? Who's got a bully?
They weren't like pocket knives. They were just knives.
No, they were like lock blade, like the
Yeah.
flip out, like the fucking knives.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some of them were like, dude, some of them were like knives. You know what I mean? Like Crocodile Dundee would pull it out to flex on you.
That's not a knife.
That's a knife. Yeah. the amount of times that's come up in my life.
Yeah.
In comparison, where it's like somebody's like, "Oh, that's not a fur coat. It's a fur coat." I see it all the time.
I did that to Chip once. My husband, he like whipped out his dick. He was like, "Hey, come over here and suck it." I go, "That's not a dick. This is a dick." He didn't get it. He didn't watch movies.
You got to sit down and make him watch Crocodile Dundee to educate him on why this is funny.
I was like, "We're gonna do your sex thing, weird sex stuff later. Come watch Freebie."
So what was it like when your dad, like you said, it got harder? What did your mom start doing at that time? Did she go back to school? Did she like start working? Or was she working the whole time?
My mom was getting her PhD, and it was basically like, I think she around that time was very much like, I'm leaving him and I need my own money. So she got her PhD in like food or psychology.
Okay. You're
so
one of the few people on the pod whose mom I've actually met.
The thing about both of my parents is they're awesome. They're like so great. They're fun. If you ever meet them, you're like, I love that person. They just weren't good parents. And I don't think it was that they weren't good parents. I think that they just didn't try.
Well,
If
awesome
they tried,
people don't always equal great parents.
I always go back and forth because their absence made me have to do my own shit.
It
right?
made you self-reliant.
Right.
Yeah.
So do I have this gaping hole where I'm like, do I have parents? Yeah, that exists. But also like I travel the world by myself. You know, like I go start businesses wherever I want. Like I do not feel like a certain sense of like I can't do anything because I know I can do whatever the fuck I want.
No, I will say without a doubt, you are one of the most capable people that I know. And it's like you're like a Swiss Army knife of a human. There's like there's nothing that I've seen that you haven't done. You know what I mean?
I'll just if I want to do it, I just do it.
Yeah.
And so then you go, okay, well, it sounds like really good parents, right? But I think I'd just like. I think it would be easier if I went, they did this thing wrong. Instead, I have like they weren't there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, learning things in spite of something is still learning things.
Oh, yeah.
You're still getting, educated, whether it's from absence or presence. And the problem is the way that you attribute and your feelings towards that, right? Mm-hmm. I think that's what matters the most is like, oh, okay, they neglected me or they abandoned me or whatever. I didn't learn anything because of that. But if you learn something because of that, you have a different relationship with it.
Right. And I definitely took me a while to figure that out. Like,
yeah, it's probably through work, right?
Right. I mean, you go at some point. You go like, what else do you need? Okay, like, because like it seems like you're still asking or wanting something. So like, what is that? And I think it was engagement, but I don't know. I think it was just like trial by fire. And I really wish I had a mentor that was like, hey, you're gonna fucking burn your hand instead of burning my hand.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I didn't have to burn my hands on
You
all
had to
the
learn
things.
through a lot of experience and a lot of failure. Yeah,
Right. Which ultimately I think is the best teacher, anyways. But
it can be for certain people,
Right.
Yeah, but for other people, it can be completely detrimental, right? Like,
Right.
The failure ends them because they've never had to deal with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's why I started my podcast, Some of This Is Bad. Because something is bad. No, I just think that the new shit you should be okay with being bad at. And so like as soon as then it turned into a podcast about gay sex because whatever. Because that's what Dylan and I know.
I've done it. Yeah. Hey, listen, man, Ernest Hemingway said it, write what you know.
Yeah.
And if you know gay sex, write gay sex.
I think I know a little bit about gay sex. What's funny though is I just remembered this the other day is the amount of times my brother and I hated each other, but we would bond over fucking with my dad. And it was just like every time he would come home, he was angry and yelling, but we didn't know about what. One time he came down and he goes, God damn it, who put the shoes at the bottom of the stairs? And I come downstairs and he's chucking my shoes into the yard. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? He goes, nothing goes at the bottom of the stairs. So I looked down and his work bag was there. And so I chucked it into the yard. And he goes, what the fuck are you doing? I go, I thought we were taking everything from the bottom of the stairs and putting it into the lawn. And he was just like, fuck, and then I ran because he did hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
You can only fuck with a hitty dad so much, okay? There's a limit to that. You know, it's like you can get a few in, but you better know when to get back.
yeah, that dad punches.
Oh man.
But then eventually I was playing like very competitive rugby, and I was big now. I was like 200 pounds. I was like constantly fast. I was getting tackled all the time. And so one time he goes to like punch me, and it was like right at my face. And I just like swatted away and was like, did you just try to punch me in the face? He goes, no, I was going to punch you in the neck. I was like, that's way worse. Way worse.
You gonna try to collapse my jugular, Dad?
Yeah. I was like, Dad, I got to breathe, man.
It's like, ah.
I just think it's so funny. He just was so quick to violence, but he always wanted like the air of civility. And I just thought that dichotomy was so funny.
Yeah.
And to this day, people getting upset is one of the funniest things I like. Like Tim Robinson to me is funny because that's my dad.
Yeah.
He just constantly being like, God, you can't do that.
Oh man. So once your mom got her PhD, did she get a higher earning job, or were you already too old for that really to matter at that point?
I was in my first year of college, and I came back for her dissertation, but she was dating. I don't know what facts I'm allowed to give for this. I'm going to keep this one vague
Yeah, it's
because there's maybe some legal implications. I'm not really sure, but he was mentally retarded and not okay. Well, now that I've said that, she was allowed to date him for how smart he was, but he had some other troubles that he was dealing with.
So he was like a super genius, but he was autistic?
No. He was.
Am I allowed to ask questions about this, or should I just accept what you're saying?
She wasn't committing a crime for. She wasn't committing any crime. Let's just say that he was a nurse and then got in trouble for some things and had to go to jail for armed intent for meth distribution. But he was out and doing construction. Anyways, very stupid man. He got her a white coat and a stethoscope for her dissertation. And so for years, I thought my mom was a psychiatrist instead of psychologist because I thought she was a doctor. But he didn't understand the difference between doctor and doctorate. Does that answer your question?
Good enough. That's good enough.
Yeah. We'll keep it there.
So I actually didn't talk to her my entire senior year, and I didn't talk to her, I don't think until...
Were you living with your dad?
No, I was in college.
Oh, you were in college?
In senior year, I was with my dad, yeah.
Yeah.
We called it the BP, the bachelor pad. And it was, again, I did whatever the fuck I wanted. I was selling weed. I was bringing girls home, busting in them and their pussy. There was so much cum in her hole. And
oh God, dude, I hate you so much.
Yeah, sure. But my brother was like an ultra athlete, like definitely going to the league. He broke his back, so he never did. But all the focus was on him. So like I just did whatever the fuck I wanted, and it was fun. And then my sister moved home, and my brother and him had to share a bed.
What?
Mm-hmm. It was funny.
You had to share a bed with your sister?
No. My brother shared a bed with my dad because my oldest sister moved in. So she took his room, and I had my own bedroom in the basement. So funny. Anyways, all four of us are best friends. We're in a group chat. We have another sibling as well.
Another one? Where's that one from?
She's in Portugal. But she just...
Dad got around?
Huh?
Was it dad getting around?
Sorry, no. All from the same mom.
Oh, okay.
But the one sister that is kind of on the outskirts wasn't around for the divorce. So she just like didn't bond with us. So like I talked to her maybe twice a year. Okay. But I talked to my other siblings like every other day. even though she's a Republican, like fucking moron. like seed oils and fucking Epstein. Like she's like a person who's like, Donald Trump's not on the Epstein list. It's like, okay, I don't know what to tell you about that. My best friend, though, I do love her so much.
At this point, I mean, there's a gold star by his name on the Epstein list. You can pretty much assume that. You know, a couple gold stars.
Biggest name on the list. Make it bolder. No, what font are you using, Epstein? Not that font, not that font.
It's like John Hancock on the Declaration of Independence.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, that's Trump's name on the Epstein list.
Okay, I want to see that birthday book. I want to see that birthday book so bad.
What's the birthday book?
The birthday book, where he's like, I don't even draw pictures. I've never drawn a picture. He drew a pic. I
don't know about this.
The Wall Street Journal first reported on it, then the New York Times. But there's a birthday book to Epstein, and the two names that they've released are, or the signatures, signees on the book are Bill Clinton and Donald Trump.
That's hilarious.
Contains a birthday
Trump poem?
Yes.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You love kids, and I do too.
I never say that.
I figured that was what the poem was.
All right, I want to come up with one.
Cut that.
Two paths. There was a path, and I'm trying to think of the C.S. Lewis about the paths.
No, I thought it was Robert Frost, The Path Untaken.
Yes.
Yes. Miles to Go Before I Sleep. That one?
I should read more poetry. I actually, for the past month, I've been like, you gotta read Rumi, dude. You gotta read more Rumi.
I read Shel Silverstein to my kids all the time.
Yeah, that was read to me as a kid too.
I think it's a good parent read Shel Silverstein to their kids. And I'm typecasting there. I'm stereotyping.
Are you a good?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, here's the thing. I don't think anybody's I don't think anybody can be an amazing parent. I think it's an impossible task. I think that's why this pod exists. You know, it's like, here, let me take that back. You can be an amazing parent, but it's really hard.
Yeah.
It's extremely hard, and it requires a level of sacrifice and selflessness that in today's age, you do not find very often.
No.
It's not a commonality to find someone and be like, oh, that person has all the characteristics of a great parent.
Right, but as we've discovered, maybe neglecting your kids is a really good idea. It makes for a fun person.
It depends on how you neglect them. You know, if you can neglect a kid constructively, you know, leave them in a library with some snack packs and...
My dad keeps on calling us the library.
But it ain't got no books.
Library, I think I'd call it.
No, library. Let me use my accent.
Okay, I'll use yours too. Library.
What changed with your mom? Would like enhance that relationship?
It really only happened after I went to rehab. So like she lived in the same city for me for about 5 years, and that side of the family is like Swedish nice. You know, like I don't have to talk to you, but I'm your family, so I love you. Like,
Okay.
Like it's like,
No, I get it.
it's very autistic. Like it's there's not like, there is love there, but there's no like call, like she goes, don't call me. I don't like the phone. You go, okay.
Love with very intense boundaries.
Right, but what are the boundaries?
Yeah, that's right. You're always guessing the boundaries.
Exactly.
You know the boundaries. Yeah, I know what that's like.
So whenever I'd see her, it would be like I was seeing that side of the family, which is like quaint.
Okay.
Quaint.
Very at face value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also because there was so much mistrust that I had on her part that I was like, she could say something, she could say anything, and I'm not going to trust it, so why push that anyways? So why ask for something that's just going to make me more mad? Then I just had to be okay with this small slither of whatever it is instead of supposed to be.
Yes.
I think that expectation puts so much on parents of like, what is dad?
Yeah.
That doesn't exist. I mean, even just saying dad is silly because every dad is different, so it's not really a thing.
I think parents and people do that thing, and you just mentioned it. It's where parents think sometimes that just because their kid told a lie that they're a liar, and that they're going to tell a lie all the time, and that you have to question everything they do. And it ends up making them, it makes up anything you do seems disingenuous because of the amount of distrust.
Right.
And it's impossible to connect.
It is hard because, I mean, I don't know it from a flip side of a kid lying, but as soon as trust is broken, I go like, well, I don't know what else you're going to lie to me about. So
Yeah.
why are we going to talk? But yeah, no, I get that. I get that. So then basically it became what is and what can I do rather than what should I do. So like she goes sailing, I go sailing with her. We have a nice talk. Like she's always tried. She's been going to therapy and stepping up. So it is interesting to see her engage in life in a way that my dad just isn't. My dad is retired and he basically is like, I'm dead now.
Oh, he's done.
He's done. He's done. So he won't change. He won't admit anything. Nothing. So you just have to be like, okay, you're that guy. That's you.
Yeah.
So
What's your best memory with your dad?
I love the shoe story for sure.
Yeah.
All of the things I'm thinking of are violent.
Is that because you can look back at them and laugh and like actually enjoy them now? The absurdity of it?
Yeah, I guess it's just watching him try. Like he wanted to try to teach me how to box, but he didn't have any words. He just told me to put on the gloves and started hitting me. Right? And like he'd be like, keep your guard up. I'm like, my guard is literally up. You are a grown man and punching my hand into my own face. Like, I don't know what to. We definitely went on like a lot of like beach vacations.
Okay.
When I was in college, and again, we got in a huge fight there. Especially, I mean.
Was there ever a time you can remember like you just sitting there and you're like, this is good? Like this is good between me and my dad?
No.
Wow.
I mean, not off the top of my head. If it comes up, I'll bring it up. But I'm not saying that didn't exist. I'm just saying
It's not something
that's
you can
not
just recall
something.
quickly.
That's not something I like. Go like, yeah. I mean, one time I caught my dad crying about his dead dad, and I was like, "What's going on?" And he was crying in front of his then girlfriend, who was the head of HR. He fucked the head of HR,
Like Coldplay style?
Coldplay style. And she got fired, but not for fucking my dad, for calling one of her employees fat. And then I asked her about that. She goes, you should have fucking seen her. I was like, you're HR. Anyways, he was.
Shouldn't you be saying like rotund or something?
Or talking about her body at all.
Yeah.
You guys are a military contractor. Like you don't need. You're not doing that. Anyways,
Well, it should be allowed in military contractors. I don't know.
They're selling weapons. I don't know that they're not selling.
Yeah, you're right.
Hand weapons.
You don't need to be a size 3 to sell an Uzi.
Right. Right. Yeah, we weren't going to buy 1,000 guns, but then we saw her tits and we were like, let's buy 2,000.
That happens.
He was sitting there crying in front of this HR from Boston. And I was like, what's going on? She goes, oh, your father was just telling me.
Wait, they're from Boston too?
She's from Boston.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Because the Coldplay thing was Boston too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess it's a Boston thing.
It's
You
a
wouldn't
Boston
fucking
thing.
get it.
HR, they're going to cheat on you.
So
Get ready.
yeah, your father was crying because he was remembering.
They
remember
cheat-
your grandfather.
They cheat wicked hard up there.
He goes, I go, oh really? What about? He goes, I was walking with my dad, and he told me he was proud of me, and I go, oh, so you think sons like that? Do you think sons like it when their dad says they're proud of it? He goes, what do you want, a fucking hug or something? I was like, no, I'm good.
Oh man, dude. Big J talked about this on Bonfire the other day, but it happened in front of me, so I feel like I got to bring it up because it relates to that perfectly. We were at Skankfest, and he's getting like another Legion of Skanks tattoo, like the Legion on his neck, and he all over his body. He's got like Bonfire, Legion of Skanks tattoos, all this shit. And he goes up to Isabella, his daughter, and he's like, what do you think of this? This one right here. Because it's great. I love that you have so many tattoos about your podcast, and none about your daughter. And he just stopped in the moment. He was like, you're right. Like, oh, shit. You could just see like his idea of who he was as a father completely collapsed in his brain for a minute. He's like, oh, shit, I'm a bad dad. He's like looking down, Skanks tattoos everywhere.
I'm glad you have so many tattoos about your podcast. Makes me hate this tattoo about my podcast. Wow, I instantly regret this one. Yeah, that one's for sure going.
That's going to be a cover-up in a few weeks.
Yeah, but I balanced it out. So this says some of this is bliss. So
some of this is bad, some of this is
All of my
bliss.
tattoos have double. But I'm trying to think of a good time with my dad. Oh, we went snowboarding.
Did you like that?
It's one of those things where we didn't have to talk.
Oh.
We didn't have to talk, and it was one of those things where like
So if you guys didn't have to communicate, it was good.
if he could just see, it was like I would go every weekend with my friends, and then one day he showed up and was like, oh, like holy, like impressed. I think I just impressed him with how good I was, and that was a good day. One time I was standing in the kitchen and his friend was talking to him. They were just talking to each other. I was 18. He goes, it's so crazy, like how they're growing up so fast. I'm like, yeah, they're growing up so fast. It's like, yeah, and they have conversations and they actually have ideas. I'm like, I'm standing right here, asshole. I was like, this guy's a fucking moron. My dad's a fucking moron.
He's like, I can talk, right?
Yeah, I was like, I've been able to talk for a long fucking time, dude. At that time, I was also fluent in German.
Dad, I can communicate in 2 different languages. Schnickenbugel, motherfucker.
Yeah, I was like, I just found that Papa.
Papa?
Will ich so, Papa? I'm doing Duolingo Spanish now, so it's going to be 3.
Duolingo Spanish? Mm-hmm. Are you going somewhere in
Well, I went to
Espanol?
Greece for about a month, and I was like,
They don't speak Spanish in Greece.
well, I know, but I was like, I think I'm over Europe.
Okay.
Because it was a long trek to get over there, and they have everything except temples, but they have fucking temples over here. I mean, like, except like history, who gives a shit about Europe? I'll just go to Mexico, and I'm going to Rio for New Year's Eve.
You're never coming back from Rio. I have a feeling once you get to Rio, we lose you.
But you think I'm going to get kidnapped?
No, I don't. First off, I think you look at kidnapping a little bit differently than most.
Well, they're going to treat me. They're going to want to treat me good.
They're going to put a mask on you and do bad things to you. I mean, it sounds like a pretty good day for you.
Hey guys, hey Rio. Hey, shout out tour dates.
It's like,
I honestly, and I've said this before, and if the cartel's listening, I will do it. Do you have like a big cartel following?
no, but I hope we grow one.
Me
I'll
too.
take that.
Yeah, I'll grow a cartel following.
I'm doing Duolingo, guys. I mean, I got bright blue eyes. The cops don't stop me. How much I was drinking and driving when I was 20s? I just want to let you know, I don't get pulled over.
Oh, man. Advocating to be trafficked is one of my favorite things that's ever happened on this podcast. This is a podcast about parents, okay? And right now, my friend is currently advocating for the drug cartels to traffic him in a very sexual manner.
Papa.
He looks like taking a whole different way.
Yo soy bonito hijo. Hijo? No. Niño.
Ese puto el tongo en mi culo.
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 Yeah, it was weird because I was Chip, because we have an open relationship, and he was like, Whenever you have an open relationship, you like sometimes like I really think it's a good thing because they'll like find something out about themselves sexually that they get to bring back in, and so it spices it up with like he was like
It's
really
like cooking.
Exactly. He's like taking a cooking class with Jeff. And he's like, I learned how to cook daddy. So he was like really into being daddy for a while. And it really fucked me up because I wanted to be like, he would used to be like, oh, good boy. And I'd be like, why do I like that so much?
Oh no, this is validating a childhood trauma. No, I gotta stop.
But then I was like, I guess I just wanted to be told that I was doing a good job. You know?
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I'm not going to go to therapy for that. Not until it stops making me come.
Yeah, hey, that was therapy. What do you
Right?
mean? Yeah, it doesn't have to be therapy to be therapeutic.
Yeah, I don't need some random woman telling me that I'm okay.
Yeah, you know that you're okay by the fact that somebody's telling you a good boy and you feel like a good boy.
That's true. It did die. It did die when I got a dog, and I was like, "Good boy." I go, "Oh, nope, that's dead now.
That's
That's dead now. I'm not a good boy. Ricky's a good boy. He's a dog."
Yeah, it's good. It's good man now. It's good man.
It's weird though, because I was doing it with strangers, and they must think that I'm the good boy. Oh, I fucked that guy. He kept on like, he was really into being a boy. Like, I'm not that way anymore. In fact, I don't even know their names.
I love gay dudes. You guys have it down. You guys have it down to a science. Oh, so do you ever call it an open relationship?
That's fun. Not yet. I'll call him and I'll ask him.
I was just curious.
It's weird though, because I like him more when he tells me he hooked up with somebody.
Really?
Like
Because he's
to me,
desirable to other people? And
yeah,
that
I'm like,
matters to you?
yeah, my fucking man's hot. He got his dick sucked last night. yeah, people love him.
Does the location of where it was change the way you feel about it? Like if it happened in like a Denny's, would you like feel shame?
If he's in a Denny's, I wouldn't be happy. Because he's always... All right, I'm going to change all the nouns in this story, but it's a very funny thing to say. So
intrigued.
let's just say a person was in a bathroom, and that person's name we'll just say is Johnny. Johnny was in the bathroom feeling kind of fat,
Okay.
and he was looking fat too.
Okay, nice to know he's feeling how he's looking.
And there is, say, another guy named Johnny in the other room. Both are named Johnny. And he said, I'm feeling fat. And so Johnny says, this actually got confusing. The one in the bedroom's name is now Ricky. So Johnny says to Ricky, I'm feeling fat. And Ricky says, why, you can't breathe? You're having trouble breathing? And Johnny goes, no, why? He goes, oh, you can't feel fat. You can look fat or be fat, but you just might be fat. So if he was at Denny's, I'd be really pissed off at him.
Oh man, is that what we should just wrap? That's fucking. That's my favorite story so far. I don't know about anybody else. Oh man, God, you're funny, dude. So Johnny was fat shamed, and as a result, Ricky better never go to a fucking Denny's.
Yeah.
Okay, I've learned. I've learned.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So that's my life. Do you want to know about my grandma?
Do you talk to your dad now, like at all?
I talk to him about once every other week.
Okay. Who do you talk to more often, your mom or your dad?
Probably my mom.
Yeah.
I mean,
Your mom, when I met her, she seems immensely intelligent.
my mom is like a fucking genius. She didn't know how to use like the the silver
calculator?
the 82, 89, whatever.
Texas Instruments?
Yeah, 89. She got a 95 in her PhD stats class
And didn't use a calculator.
because she was like, I don't want to have to learn. because she also can look at it and be like, I was doing my stats, and she'd be like, she just look at it and be like, oh, that's a 0.475, and I'm like, it's like 7.4. She goes, close enough. I'm like, whoa,
That's crazy.
She
Your mom was Rain Man.
She started like, because every time we moved to a different place with my dad, she'd have like her life ripped up too. So she'd start a new business. She started like a touring business, a wine business, a catering business. She is now doing she's 65 and competing in single-handed regattas on her Catalina sailboat. She just got her captain's license for I think up to 100-foot yacht.
Wow.
So she's like, yeah, I think I'm going to go down to the BVI and just like charter a yacht. I'm like, this bitch can do anything.
That's crazy.
She just reinvents herself every 10 years, and I think she's
like a
so
phoenix
cool.
being born from the ashes.
Yeah.
So
So even though it was really hard for me to get over that shit, like being neglected and all that time, seeing her reinvent herself, I'm like, I can take that and like bring that into my own life.
Do you think they were self-absorbed or spread thin?
I think that nobody was caring about my mom's feelings for so long or listening to her that she then had to like develop this, if I want something, I got to do it for me. And so there was a point where she was like, all the kids, all that shit, I got to set that down for right now. I cannot hold it. I'll pick it back up when I can. And I think while rough being the kids, I think to break a toxic relationship, you have to fuck some shit up. And
There's something admirable about that.
Yeah.
There is something admirable about knowing yourself and what you need to the point where it's like, do you ever feel like you were like, what's the word I'm looking for? Unsafe while you were being neglected? Or did you feel safe pretty much the whole time? Like while your parents were absent, was there ever a moment?
I was doing dangerous shit.
Okay.
I was putting myself out there doing dangerous shit.
So you were creating the lack of safety.
Yeah. Me and my rugby mates would go to random parties and just beat people up.
Oh, wow.
Not beat people up, get in fights. We weren't picking on any small kids.
Would you beat anybody up now? Would you fight now?
I've almost punched several people who think they're just being funny and just like jumping up on me. I'm like, whew, like
Yeah.
that's in me for sure.
Yeah.
No, there's a certain sense of violence that just like in the right scenario, I feel very comfortable like protecting somebody or doing anything like that. That doesn't scare me because that still lives in me for sure.
That really comes in handy at the creek in the cave.
I mean, it's funny because one guy got in a fight in the showroom like when we first opened.
I remember that.
And my brain just kicked in, but I just grabbed his belt and just whispered, "You're okay, you're okay." And as I pulled him back, he was just "You're okay, you're okay."
He just gay steers him out.
Talk about diffusing a situation.
Right. I mean, it's "You're okay, you're okay." I was never good at talking shit in rugby, but I would get every single year most likely to get in a fight. I wasn't getting, they would try to fight me. But one time I was playing 10, doesn't matter, and this guy came to tackle me after I didn't have the ball, and I just took him and I flipped him and I landed on his, and I just whispered and go, "Never." I didn't know what else to say. Never.
What if when you go up to people for a fight to de-escalate it, you do the Robin Williams thing in Good Will Hunting, where you're like, "It's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's not your fault." He's like, "I'm gonna kick your ass, dude." I'm like, "It's not your fault. It's not your fault."
Yeah, I'm
He's
gonna
like,
try
"What?
that.
What's not my fault? The fact that you're angry enough to fight me right now. I know it comes from deep rage. It's repressed from lack of fatherly love. It's not your fault." And he's like, "You're right, man. You're right. It's not my fault."
I'm good at math.
And then you hug.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, no.
No?
I'm imagining that this is a smelly homeless man.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't want to
yeah.
touch him.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I don't want to touch that guy.
Yeah. You hug him with a stick.
I don't know why. The peanut butter jelly song from Family Guy just popped in my head. Hit him with a stick. Hit him with a zip. Hit him with a stick with a baseball bat.
Peanut butter jelly now.
Yeah.
Peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? All right. We end this really simply, just like we started, man. It's if you have one piece of parenting advice that you could give to all parents out there based on your own personal experience, what parenting advice would you give to other parents?
I think that I think this about my parents as well, and I think that that's why I'm able to love my mom and whatnot. But I think that you cannot tell them what to do. You can only show them how you do it. And so no matter, even though you might have the idea would be to have a healthy relationship with your partner. That's great. Mm-hmm. But if you don't have that, don't show them that. And that's the perpetuation of what they're going to do. So if you are there acting some kind of way, you taught them that and you can show them differently.
It's one of the hardest things I had to learn as a father, and it's to be the change that you want to see inside your children. It's not to show.
Did Gandhi say that?
I'm not sure. He might have.
I think he said, "Be the change you want to see in the world."
But it's like you have to do as you do, not as you say.
Oh yeah,
and you are the example. They learn through behavior, and what is it? The quote I said the other day: "Behavior is the language of trauma," and you learn behavior through either trauma or non-trauma. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be, and so that behavior is important. And your behavior dictates the behavior of your children, not the things you're yelling at them to do.
Oh, yeah.
It's the things that you're doing.
Right. Because also, you try to tell a kid anything, they're going to be like, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. They just have that in them where they just don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
So, go win in front of your kids. Go win in front of your kids. That's good parenting.
Love it.
My dad invested in a herpes cream, and it's available on Amazon, and that's a true fact.
We will be plugging that cream in the comments, just in case any of these listeners out here need it. I'm sure there's a couple,
He uses it like the guy in my Big Fat Greek wedding.
Like Windex?
Windex. He uses it on everything. And I was making fun of him. This shit works. I use it on dry lips. I cracked my, a little cut, anything. Canker sore. You put it on. If you have a cold sore, though, it will go away in one day. And if you have a boil, because my brother-in-law had a boil, and he was trying to act like I didn't see it. And so I came over and I didn't ask. I just put a little, I go, I'm going to help this fucker out. Also, who gets boils these days? What is he, washing his face with macaroni and cheese?
Leprosy?
Yeah.
You're a leopard?
I was like, what's going on with your fucking face, dude? So I put some herpes cream on it. My dad wears a hat everywhere that says Herpes King of Colorado.
I want that hat. If you get me one of those hats, I'll wear it on the pod.
I told you, that's exactly what I told my dad. I go, Dad, get me one herpes prince. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, I'll take the herpes jester.
Fucking sure. We'll change the name of the podcast. Herpes crew.
Oh man, this has been fun, dude. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
I loved it. Did you have fun, Colt?
I had a great time.
Do you have any questions for me?
I got one. What's your best memory with your mom? You said best memory for your dad. What about your mom?
I took a photo of her recently of her just on her sailboat, and I was seeing her just like come alive in a way that was just like free, and she got to do it. She made the boat. Like, she got a shitty boat. She redid everything. She sanded it. She built her fucking boat. Wow. And then she was sailing it single-handed on Lake Austin. I was like, this is the baddest bitch in the world. And so that is the more recent one that I have.
That's awesome.
But also, she used to read me Harry Potter.
That's a good mom, dude. That's a good mom. All right. Well,
all right,
kids out there,
play us out on that song I made you.
Kids out there, thank you for joining in. Been another fun-filled episode of Tammy's Boy. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, doing everything that you have to do to make this be what we're trying to make it into be, which is the best podcast in the world. So thank you guys so much for tuning in for another episode. This has been Tammy's Boy. I've been John.
I have to apologize to Andrew Huberman.
Thanks, y'all.
Did your family bring joy? Was your childhood destroyed? Hey, it's Tammy's boy. Did your mama lie? Did your daddy make you cry?